Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Play Invasio Barbarorum. Now, in case you're watching this like a year from now, what I originally did for this Let's Play was I held a poll to see what faction we'd be playing in this Let's Play, and the results were interesting, I suppose. The Romano-British won by a country mile. They got like 36 votes. The Saxons came in second place with 21 votes, I think, and third place was the Slavs with 16 votes. Interestingly, I didn't kind of expect that, but there you go. I'm kind of almost glad they didn't win, because to put it bluntly, I know jack shit about the Slavs. I don't know a damn thing about them. In fact, my knowledge of all Eastern European history in general is kind of non-existent, so, you know. I mean, I would have played them if they'd won anyway, but I like to play a faction I know something about, at least. So anyway, yeah, Romano-British, Saxons and Slavs were apparently the most popular. After that, just a kind of a bit of a mishmash. I think fourth place goes to the Western Roman Empire, but I'm not sure. But anyway, welcome to Let's Play Invasio Barbarorum, Flagellum Day, which is the subtitle, apparently. This is a mod for the Rome Total War expansion Barbarian Invasion. It's set during the late years of the Roman Empire in 410 AD, when the Western Roman Empire is beginning to collapse, etc, etc, etc. Let's do this. The viewers have spoken. We shall be playing as the Romano-British, who are the Britons of Britain after the Romans pulled their legions out of Britain to go defend Rome and left everyone else behind. So, for the sake of the campaign, I will read out the entire description here, so we're all on the same page, so to speak, and then we'll get on with it. I'm going to do this campaign on medium difficulty with medium battle difficulty. I don't like doing it on anything harder than medium in modded playthroughs anyway. Like, in the vanilla game, it's really not that big a deal to play on very hard at all. Like, it's perfectly fine. But most mods take that into account, so if you play on very hard on a mod like this, then you're going to get absolutely raped. Especially as a faction like this. So, medium battle difficulty simply means that neither I nor the AI get any unfair statistical bonuses and stuff. The AI itself doesn't get any harder or easier, because the AI is pretty stupid in Rome Total War to begin with. So, anyway, campaign difficulty will be also on medium. We're probably going to be going into a debt and all that kind of crap anyway. I'm not sure what the intended difficulty of this mod is exactly, but I tend to default to medium for everything. So anyway, I played my last Western Roman Empire campaign on medium anyway, and that was a disaster as it will in and of itself, so that's what I'm going to stick with. Manage all settlements is going to be on, because we can't recruit our own family members and generals and things, so we have to make do with what we've got. So I'll probably have a bunch of settlements with nobody governing them, so I'm going to have that set to on, just to save some headaches. Follow AI characters, yep, on. No battle time limit, yep. We don't need a time limit. The only time a time limit is useful is when you're defending against a siege and the AI bugs out. But anyway, the Romano-British, 410 AD. They're over here, by the way. It's not very clear on the map, but they're over there. The victory conditions, right? Hold 10 settlements, including Maxima Caesariensis, Britannia Secunda, Lugdunensis, Tertia, Britannia Prima et Valentia, Flavia, Caesar, and Caledonia. I don't know where any of those places are except for Caledonia, so yeah, we'll find out, shall we? I assume we need to have all of Britain and a little bit of Gaul to win. 10 settlements is not a big deal, so it pretty much just wants us to get these specific ones. They don't even have to eliminate a faction, apparently, which is kind of interesting. Like, there's no option to do a longer campaign here at all. It's literally just, you know, the victory conditions change depending on the faction. Like, the Romano Brits get hold 10 settlements, whereas the Western Roman Empire get hold 55. So Eastern Roman Empire 52. The Saxons get 15. The Slavs get 22. And so on and so forth. So anyway, how much do the Sassanids get out of curiosity? 52 as well. Yeah. 15. 25. Right, anyway. Oh, yeah, anyway, so that's what we're going to be doing. I don't know whether we'll stop once we've achieved the victory conditions, because they're kind of small at the end of the day. We might carry on playing. It would be kind of neat to kind of just march our way across Europe and capture Rome as the Romano-British, and just kind of rebuild the Western Roman Empire ourselves, essentially, with our capital still being Britain. That'd be kind of bizarre and crazy and awesome. But I don't know if it's possible, to be honest with you, because, well, anyway, we'll see all this stuff when we get into it. First, I shall read this like I said I would 5 minutes ago. Estimated difficulty factor is hard. Britannia had been part of the Roman world for nearly 350 years, and Christian for almost a century. The province was on the edge of the empire, but that didn't make it any less important. Constantine the Great had actually been proclaimed emperor in Eboracum (York) in northern Britannia. A tremor of fear must have gone through the people, however, when the last legions were withdrawn to defend the imperial heartlands. In 410 AD, the inhabitants of Britannia were disappointed to find out that their formal requests for help to defend their corner of the Roman Empire had been turned down. Emperor Honorius wrote to them, saying in effect that they were on their own and the defence of the Saxon shore, as the vulnerable coastline was called, was in their own hands. Honorius had his reasons, but this was of no satisfaction to the loyal Britons. In place of the Roman Empire, a series of petty leaders and kingdoms emerged to provide some measure of local defence against the Picts in the north and the Saxons from the continent. All owed allegiance to the idea of a High King of Britannia, and they were still recognisably Roman in many ways. The old ways were not going to disappear without a fight, and while the Romano-British are essentially a defensive force in military terms, they are not necessarily one that will inevitably be defeated. So yeah, there we go. We have a High King to replace whoever the hell was in charge of Britannia when the Romans were here. You know, my name is Arthur, King of the Britons, etc., etc. So, let's go. Nobody is driven to war by ignorance, and no one who thinks he will gain anything from it is deterred by fear. I see, thank you, Hermocrates, Syracuse. Words of pearly wisdom. Right, anyway, here we are. Ooh. That's better. I think I had that on from when I was filming one of the poll videos still. Anyway. Christianity is the majority religion in the world at the minute, apparently. And the Visigoths are on the move. They are, in fact. They're, the Visigoths are currently hanging around about there-ish. Like 6 full stacks of the buggers. Making a general sort of mess of Rome. So, this is Britannia. Divided up into... Oh, Jesus, like, for some reason there are no borders, so I'm going to have to guess where the borders of the provinces are. Oh, let's see, well, we've got Britannia Prima et Valentia, which is kind of this stuff. We've got Maxima Caesariensis Flavia Britannia Secunda and Caledonia up here. As you can see, we've got a few towns. 3 in like this sort of little village over here. Apparently a large town, but it looks more like a village to me. Over in Wales, Iscasilium. I bet that's probably ancient Cardiff or something. So there we go. It's not a lot really to be getting on with, especially considering we have a crap ton of troops. And if we go on the financial page, yeah, we're gonna get like -5 grand next turn, and that's from the upkeep of all these friggin' units, because we've got ridiculous amounts of heavy cavalry which will have a pretty high upkeep on them. Thing is though, I'm loath to get rid of them because they're quite good, so I'm beginning to what my idea I have in my head right now is that we don't get rid of them and then we just conquer stuff until we have enough provinces to support our army, and then it gradually will climb out of debt again. But anyway, so we've got these Saxons over here that were already started at the game. They've landed on the shore. They are led by Eulfus. his bodyguard of Saxnotas. I have no idea how to pronounce any of this crap, so you'll have to forgive me. I don't know what these guys exactly are. I think they're just kind of some generally badass Huskarl type guys who are probably going to be a bit of a pain to get rid of. As well as a crap ton of just random Saxon spearmen and peasants and so on and so forth. It's not a really powerful army, really, especially when we've got like ridiculous amounts of heavy cavalry which will absolutely mash those peasants to bits. Our main enemy is debt right now, really, not the Saxons, ironically enough. So what else do we have? We have military stationarii, which are... they're kind of like inferior Briton versions of Roman limitanae, which are the lightly equipped legionnaires which garrison along the Rhine River and watch out for barbarians coming in to attack. That's basically what they are, except ours are slightly worse. And instead of being light garrison troops, they're basically the mainstay of our army. They're not bad compared to like a lot of the Pict stuff and even the Saxon stuff, but still, they're not brilliant either. And we've got some Pedites Romani, which are, well, they're equipped and fight in the same fashion as proper Romans, and indeed they see themselves as being Roman rather than whatever faction they may serve, but they're not actually Romans. So again, they're kind of another variation on the limitanae thing, because as you can see, he's not wearing any actual armor. He's got a shield and he's got a helmet, and that's kind of it. Up here we've got these two forts here, which I'm assuming are meant to represent Hadrian's Wall. What little fortifications of it were left at this point? Okay, so in this fort we've got here Caraticus with his Equites Stabilisiani, which are just some badass cavalry, basically. Some Militae Stationarii, a Foederati Warband, which is a band of barbarians which are basically in service to us. They're kind of like mercenaries, but a bit more permanent. And some mercenary Alan cavalry, which are exceptionally badass, but also exceptionally expensive, but there it is. They've also got like gold and... yeah, they've got gold, weapon and armor upgrades, as well as silver experience, so these guys are insane. So we're not getting rid of them anytime soon. Down here in Eburicum, we've got loads and loads and loads of cavalry. And we've got Vortimer, who is our faction heir, apparently. Speaking of which, let's go have a look at the family tree. Let's see, Vortigern, the faction leader. Now this is weird, because Vortigern is actually their name for High King, so calling this guy King Vortigern would be like calling him Vortigern. Or King. I just call him that from now on, Vortigern. So I don't know what his name actually is. Like, the guy existed vaguely, I think, in actual history, so he's not completely made up, but he actually had a name. He wasn't called Vortigern, because Vortigern was their word for king. But anyway, traits. King, there you go. Being the leader of a faction gives this man a certain amount of power and influence, regardless of his ability. He gets some stat bonuses. He's also got a quartermaster, apparently. An Excalibur! You can't expect to wield supreme executive power just because some watery tart threw a sword at you. Yeah. Oh. Thanks to developers. That made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Anyway, and he's a cruelly efficient taxman as well. Okay. And a pagan as well. That's problematic, because I think we're a predominantly Christian faction. Yeah, we are. Well, could have sworn we were, except most of our towns apparently appear to be pagans, so even though we've got actual churches... I'm confused. Maybe we should just go pagan. This is another additional feature of Barbarian Invasion, which always never fails to kind of irritate the crap out of me, because it's just... it gives you so much dissent. But yeah, there's religion in this. It wasn't in the original game, but they added it in Barbarian Invasion. So we've got this kind of annoying thing going on right now between paganism and Christianity, and I think it might be wiser to just go pagan, but I don't know if we can even build any pagan religious buildings, however, as the Britons anyway. Because I could just knock down the church or whatever. Yeah, we've got a Christian church. I could just knock down that, and that might solve some of our unrest. But the thing is, I don't know once we've knocked it down if I'll be able to build a pagan religious building instead. Because with no religious buildings would quite feasibly be even worse. So I'm kind of not sure. Also, Stonehenge. I think we get a bonus for that, don't we? Yeah, wonder. So yeah, here we are. We're going to go into debt pretty soon. There's not a lot we can do about that, really, at the end of the day. We're kind of stuck with it. We could raise taxes, I suppose. I don't know if it would help a lot, though, to be honest with you. Oh, well, we're not raising taxes there. In fact, we have to lower them there, because otherwise they're going to friggin' revolt. We could build some mines. It might boost our income a bit. Can we build them anywhere else? Oh, great, and this place needs upgrading to the next level of settlement as well, which will be expensive, and they'll get annoyed with me if I don't do it. That's irritating. We could build a brothel. For all the good it would do us. A population growth bonus, or penalty rather, of -5%. That's pretty diabolical since we've only got plus 2.5% growth in the beginning. I could build some statues. That'll make the population happy. Build more statues. What is this? Fucking Tropico? This guy apparently despises nomads. This is Madrun. I think he's the Vortigern's son. Let's have a look. Yeah. We have Vortigern, he's 41, and his son Vortimer. And which I bet that's like another name for like prince or something, but anyway. And his other son Madrun, he's 23, he's 25. He's got a son as well called Cadell. Okay, so what about this guy? He's pretty cool. He's got loads of command stars. He's the Magister Militum, Master of Soldiers, the Commander-in-Chief of all armies and fleet of the Western Empire, or in this case, Britannia. So he's kind of in charge of our armies and stuff, I guess. Lupanara, is that like an even... Holy crap, it's like an upgraded brothel. We already have a brothel in here, apparently. A postrobilium, I should say, even. Well, we don't need any more troops, so we don't have to worry about recruiting stuff. Do we have, like, spies and things, though? We have a spy. Do we have a diplomat? I'm taking ages on my first turn here, but this is just the way I play the game, so deal with it. Basically, is what I'm saying. No, we don't have a diplomat. That's kind of annoying. I guess we better recruit one before we lose the opportunity to entirely. Alright, let's have a diplomat. Do we have any boats? We don't have any boats, do we? God damn it. The Byreme, please. We're already down to 7,100 and whatever. Mines. There. Arena? Wow, really? Popina? What is that? Popine, little places where Romans meet to drink wine. Okay, it's just basically a trendy wine bar. We could build one. It's pretty cheap. Might keep the plebs happy. I don't know. Basically, we've got like a budget here. Like we've got £4 left, and we might as well blow it because we're going to go into debt anyway. So we might as well use it to get things which might help us to get out of debt later on. Is what I'm saying essentially, or lower our descent a bit. A necropolis. Oh, that converts to Christianity. So yeah, fuck it. Let's build one of them. I think I'll go with Christianity. I think like it's like plus 20% conversion for Christianity already from neighbouring regions and religious buildings, so even though we're technically majority pagans right now, that won't stay that way for very long. So yeah, that's what we'll do, I think. Anyway, okay, so we have two problems right now. We have Angus, the Pict warlord, up here, who's 65 years old. He's probably going to friggin' die of old age pretty soon, but still. He's kind of hovering around and probably attack at some point. And we also have Aelfus down here with the Saxons. I don't know what we're going to do about the Saxons, quite honestly. Like, the Picts, obviously, I'm going to conquer because we need Caledonia to win the game. The Saxons are optional, though. Like, we don't need Denmark or whatever the province there is called to actually win the game. So, I don't really know what I'm going to do about them. I'm kind of thinking... Well, you see, I could go over, sail over and conquer them if I wanted to, but I don't really want Denmark. It's a bit of a shitty couple of provinces, really. The whole point of the Saxons leaving the place is because it's rubbish over there. So, and it's just an extra corner of the world I have to defend with armies which cost upkeep and all that kind of crap. So, what I'm thinking is that I will eventually get an army together, get some boats, sail across, actually burn down the Saxons' homeland, and then leave. Like, I will take over their cities, destroy all their buildings, like demolish them, you know, exterminate the populace, and then just bugger off, basically, and wait for it to rebel or or whatever. And it won't deal with the problem indefinitely, but it will slow them down for like a long, long time. But I'm thinking ahead right now. I suppose a bit too much because he's standing around there in East Anglia right now with a big old army. It's not too much of a problem to deal with. Like these Giburas or whatever they are, they're basically peasants. They don't look like peasants, but they are. They deploy in that circular horde formation, and they're just really easy to kill. They have a defense of 13, attack of 6. That's just terrible. So. The ones we really want to worry about is this guy's bodyguard, these Saxnotas or whatever they're called. I don't even know I don't even know what that accent there means. That little curly whirly thing over the O. I don't know what that is, but anyway. They're one of the ones we kind of need to worry about, and these. What even is that letter? I don't know. What is that? Greek? Anyway, these do. Whatever they are, Aeorids. I'll just shorten it to Aeorids. Yeah, these guys are they're pretty tough, relatively speaking. And I've kind of forgotten about these guys. Yeah, attack 9, defense 22. All right, they're fairly average. The main problem is they've all got spears. Like, they'll have a combat bonus against cavalry. Well, they don't, but these guys do. And so do these, plus they can make shield walls and they inspire the nearby troops and stuff, which is kind of irritating considering we're a cavalry-dominated faction. Weird, I know. You wouldn't expect, like, the Britons, the ancient Britons, to be a cavalry faction exactly, but they are. These guys love their heavy cavalry, and holy crap! Attack 18, defense 32. Gold experience and gold weapons and armor. That's pretty mental. This guy's even worse. He's got 3 gold chevrons. Damn. I can't look at this thing because he's in a city right now, but still. Jesus. That guy's mental. I'm not sure I want to send him into battle though, because he's the king and everything, and if he dies in the middle of a battle, then we are totally screwed. Who to deal? Well, I think this guy's probably the main problem. Like, even if Angus chooses to attack us, he'll get slowed down at Hadrian's Wall, depending which way he wants to go. So we'll hold him off there for a couple of turns, because there's no way he can get down there, see, without coming into contact with one of the forts, and like he'll get stopped as soon as he goes next to the fort. So he's we'll put him on the back burner for now, even though he might, technically speaking, be actually more dangerous because he's got slightly better units, I think. So we've got 2 grand left. I'm not entirely sure what to do with it. We could build something here, maybe. Preferably something that makes money. Arena, Propina. That's public order. About something in Ibericum instead. Lupinaria, no. Communal farming, there we go. Right, we've got 647 left, and that's basically nothing, but it doesn't matter. Chance of success, 93%. We don't need to, though. We know everything we need to know about him. So I think we should get rid of this chap here. Well, what I'm going to do... I'm going to get all of those guys. and I'm going to stand them on there, on that little river thing. And there's a reason for that, because sometimes when you go chasing after this guy, he runs over to River Thames here, and he stands on it, on this little crossing here, and that makes him insanely difficult to get rid of in a battle, even with like all these heavy cavalry. In fact, especially with all these heavy cavalry. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of do that and head him off at the pass a bit, because like if we go after him, he'll probably try and retreat immediately, or he'll stand and fight, or we will not be able to get there in time and he'll just bugger off. So we'll get. Do I want to leave Vortigern in the town, or do I want to take him with me? See, this is the problem I have with the original game as well as these mods, is that family members are in such short supply. Like, one of the things I like about Roma Surrectum, which is a different mod, is that you can recruit family members like units, essentially. Like, they can't count as actually part of your family on your family tree or anything. They're literally just governors that you can use to put in cities and take command of armies and stuff. And it's super duper goddamn useful. I don't know why the original game wasn't like that. I mean, like, they made it like that in the later Total War games. At least, in Shogun and Empire and Napoleon, you could recruit generals in that. But in this you can't. And it's irritating. At least we've got a couple of guys up here that actually, in all honesty, don't really need to be there. Even though they're useless and they have no traits and no skill and no anything. I don't feel right not leaving a governor in a town. So, Caraticus, you're now governor of Barbarorum. Have fun. Now, is this gonna... Yeah, it's gonna go to shit as soon as we leave, isn't it? Low tax rate. I'll be back, peasants. Best not revolt while I'm gone. I have interest. Oh, we do have some mercenaries. I could burn the rest of my money on these mercenaries, but really don't need the extra upkeep costs. Like, really, really, really don't. Although it would be nice to have some extra archers, but no. Alright, well, you guys can move down there, and Jesus Christ, you have such a short movement range. You can probably right here, you warband. Yep, you bet you're coming with me. You guys can go meet up with Vortigern there, and that's pretty much almost a full stack. That'll be enough to kill the Saxons, I think. Yeah. So maybe... God damn. There we go. In a hissy fit. Yeah, we're gonna go minus 12,000 profits next turn, or be like minus 4,000 in debt as soon as I hit in turn. Yay. At least we've got the mines being built. That's cool, I guess. That'll help a little bit. So yeah, he might try and besiege Venturi Sonorum now if he's a dumbass, because it's basically empty. And I'll retrain that because I can. In which case we'll just swoop in and attack him from the side with Vortigern. Or he'll do something completely unexpected. Maybe he'll attack Londinium, I don't know. Anyway, enemies, Saxons picked. Yeah, we don't have any allies. We don't have trade rights with friggin' anybody either. We have one neighbour which is hostile towards us. So that's not really good for trade, is it? All the more reason I needed to build that diplomat. Anyway, is that gold? Is that gold? Is that gold? Gold mines. Oh crap, that's nice. What's that there? That little thing. The game won't tell me. Screw you then, game. Is that... Oh, it's tin, of course. I kind of forget sometimes. Like, Britain used to be referred to as by the Romans as the Isles of Tin, because we had loads and loads of tin, which was valuable back then. Because I think you use it to make steel. I'm not sure. Or iron. Maybe, or bronze, or I don't know, anyway. It's important somehow, though, I know that much. Anyway, let's end the turn, and hope he doesn't do something really annoying and awkward. Yeah, friggin' knew it. He went straight for the river crossing, except he didn't make it all the way there because Captain Catavignus down there was already there waiting for him. Okay, so the Slavs and the Huns have made a ceasefire. We recruited our Byrene, our diplomat, and we retrained our Militae Stationarii, which means they now have slightly upgraded weapons. What do you do? And we now have minus 4,631 gold. Yay! And there's a Saxon fleet. Thankfully it doesn't have any units on it. Does Londinium have a port? Is that Londinium's port there? Yeah, it is. Yeah, because that one's Venturi Sonorum's port. So, yeah, okay, fair enough. Now, see, the question here is, can I make it across here, dump the diplomat, and get back before these Saxons murder me, or what? Yeah, I'll move him there just to be on the safe side, and you can hop in the boat. And he'll be fine so long as he stays in the port there. Like, the Saxons might friggin' blockade it because they're douchebags. But he'll be safe. The boat won't actually be sunk. So, in the meantime, can we... Yes, we can reach him. Brilliant. Let's go deal with Aelfus. The first battle of the Let's Play. And I forgot to switch the goddamn timer on my iPod to see how long I've been recording for. Damn it! I'm going to have to pause now and find out how long we've been going for. Hold on. Holy crap, we've been going for almost half an hour. Okay, well, that'll round it up for this episode, I think. Oh, you're kidding. He seriously can't make it just that inch further? Never mind. Never mind. Maybe he'll attack us and make it even easier for us. Anyway. Next time, we'll be hopefully killing Aelfus, or he'll rat our entire army, and at least our debt problem will be solved. So, anyway, until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you pretty gosh darn soon again. So, ta-da!